Okay, so I've been an Uber driver for the last 5 years. Since March of 2020. I think it was March. Yeah, March of 2020. March of 2020 was when the pandemic happened. If y'all remember that time, it was the pandemic. Everything got bad. Everything shut down. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was just a different time. It was a different time. Nobody was hiring at that time because the whole world shut down. It felt like people were being laid off. Businesses were closing. It was just like the end of the world almost. And during that time, I said, you know what? I was a server at that time. I was like, listen, my job was telling me, yo, you know what I'm saying? We not gonna be able to, we can't open our doors. Businesses were fighting just to open up their doors. And restaurants, in my case, a lot of the restaurants that I was around, they were shutting down. You can't fight the government in that sense. Because it was a worldwide thing. You know, it was just like, this is real. So I remember thinking, man, I got that car outside. I got bills. I can't get another job. So yeah, listen, I'm gonna go make it happen with this vehicle. Man, listen, that was my baby. But listen, I was like, man, I gotta pay these bills. Because everything shut down, but the bills didn't shut down. Yeah, like I always tell you guys, Netflix didn't stop calling. Netflix still charged me every month. Netflix was not playing no games. You know, and obviously my rent, my phone bill, none of that stuff stopped. But the whole world stopped, and you know, I couldn't go to work. So I was like, listen, let me get in this car and make it happen. And so I began to kind of drive around. And over time, I started to get better, you know, because at first I would drive around for hours and it would just look like this parking lot. So it would just be clear. Nobody here. It would be nobody there. It would just be clear. So I would just be driving around, just riding around, trying to find people. And when I would get a ping, I would take it, you know, scoop that person up, drop them off, because there was no traffic. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. Can I just tell y'all, it was amazing. Because there was no traffic at all. It was no traffic whatsoever. So rides you would pick somebody up, and let's say the rides would take like 7 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know, because there was no traffic. You could fly. There was no police out on the street. It was just beautiful. Obviously, that's not the case now. So now, you know, and at that time, nobody wanted to drive. You know, everybody was scared. Rightfully so. This is something that had never happened. It was a scary situation. You know, people were scared for themselves. People were scared for their family members, you know, because obviously we deal with the public. So nobody really wanted to bring it home to their family. It was just like, yeah, what are we going to do? So I took it as an opportunity to go out there and make some money. Because I was like, listen, you know, like I said, my bills didn't stop. So I was going to work. I wasn't really scared. I mean, I tried to take my precautions, you know, like, so I definitely wore my mask, and I definitely had the sanitizer, and I used to sanitize the car and all of that stuff. But I was going to work. I was going to make some money. You know. But at that time, it wasn't a lot of drivers. It wasn't. It was just me. I mean, you know, it was other drivers, but like, it wasn't a lot of drivers driving during the day. We didn't have the problem that we have today. So back then, you could go out, and if you got rides, they came directly to you because there was nobody out here. But on the flip side, today, you got 15 drivers around you at all times. So a lot of people feel like that sucks, man. Driver, our markets are so saturated. Oh my gosh. A lot of people feel like you can't make money with Uber because of the saturation, because there's so many drivers. And in reality, That's not the case. But it is harder. It is a lot different, you know. Like, I could drive around during that time because there was no drivers out on the road. And I would pick up, you know, $20 here, $30 here, $10 there. And like, I come home, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't even feel like I worked because I didn't. Because I was just, the money was just coming because there was no drivers out. On the flip side, now, well, at least in our market, it's a little bit slower, you know? So it's slower and you got more drivers out. So you could be driving around and you might not get a request. It's actually going to feel real similar to what I felt during the pandemic. But when you do get that ride, when you do get that ping, the ping is now going to be like a $3 ping, a $2 ping. And it's like, do you really want to take that? I mean, yeah, I've been driving around for like a whole hour, but do I really want to take a $2 ping? It's different. It's different in that sense, you know. So now that we have all of these drivers, it's like, yo, you know, it's a little tougher. It's a little tougher. This is why I kind of started making the videos in the first place, just to remind you guys that there are seasons, at least in our market. I'm specifically talking about South Florida. If you live in New York, California, Georgia, you know, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying, the Carolinas, just anywhere but here, your market isn't seasonal like our market is. Our market is very seasonal. We have a busy season, and then we have a slow season. Especially like right now when, because we got graduation. We already had college graduation. So now we about to start having the elementary and high school graduation. Oh, it's about to be real bad for rideshare. It's going to be really bad because ain't nobody ordering. So we still got 1 million drivers. Ain't nobody really ordering. Oh, it's about to get bad out here if you're not ready. So this is the point of this video is to say, like, in times like this is the time where instead of focusing on driving, this might be the time that you look for a part-time job. Instead of focusing on driving rideshare, this might be the time that you start looking for multi-apping. Picking up another app, you know, like I tell you, I got like 6-7 different apps. I'm not just a driver. I'm not just an Uber driver, obviously. I do multiple things. So this is the time where those other things are going to play a part. Y'all remember last year I was an Amazon driver, Amazon Flex. I did more Amazon Flex. I did Amazon Flex more than anything this time of year. I can't do that this year, but you know, listen, you gotta have backup options for your backups because right now it's slow. So you gotta still be able to make your money, and it's very possible. Very possible. You just gotta know how to do it. And by how to do it, you gotta know, you know, you gotta have on the other apps. It's either have on other apps, get you a part-time job, or put in the hours. That's it. Those are your options. You can still make the money. You're just gonna be putting in more hours because it's the slower time. This is a slower time. So, but yeah, this is also a time where I recommend, because it's slow, because you're not really busy, you're not really swamped doing rides. This is honestly like a time where you should be learning a skill. So like in my case, I tell you guys all the time, in my case, I am learning how to trade. Trading is a skill that I've kind of developed. That's an extra skill. Now I have been trading since, really like since before 2020. I think I started trading in like 2017, 2018, probably. So we talking about 8 years. Now, was I profitable? No. Not at all. Not at all. Did I know what I was doing? No. Not at all. Not at all. I had no clue of what I was doing. But I was always interested in trading. So for me, I was looking at that time it was Forex. And I was just interested in like watching the guys trade. Cause I was just like, how do they know which way the market is gonna go? And like watching the type of money that they were making, it was just like, this is kind of cool. So when I jumped in it, I took my little money and then I lost it, and it was just like, nah, I ain't doing this no more. And I mean, that happened over the course of these last couple years. But recently, my trading journey has gotten better because I'm a little bit successful. I done started getting, started figuring it out. Still not where I can just say I'm a professional trader or anything like that, but I think I told you guys I have 2 funded accounts now, which is crazy. That means, so again, just slight kind of recap. That means that I passed 2 challenge accounts, 2 evaluation accounts. I have 3. I'm sorry. I got 3. I just haven't paid for one. I'm not gonna lie. I got 3 accounts. Well, I got 2 funded accounts right now. I just passed another one today. I need to pay for that one. So every time you pass a challenge, there's an activation fee. So I use Apex. It's $105. So I need to pay that. It's funny that I'm making this video because I need to pay that now. But yeah, so once you pay the activation fee, then your account no longer is a challenge account. It turns into a funded account. And with the funded, you have one more challenge, and the challenge is to make another, for Apex, it's another 2,600. And if you could do that, and you could, and profit 2,600, then you can request money. You can request a payout. So in my case, my trading journey has gotten me up to the point where I got 2 funded accounts. Now, I haven't requested a payout yet. I was really close. I had one and then I messed it up. I did really good. I had a payout and I messed up and didn't wait. Yeah, I lost my payout. So I've gotten, so for my trading journey, I'm a lot better. I'm a lot better than I was like 6-7 years ago. But that is a skill. It's a skill set. It's a skill set. It's something that I'm working on. But this is the time that you should be working on your skill sets. So, I always tell everybody, don't just be an Uber driver. Don't be a Lyft driver, an Amazon driver, whatever. Be a skilled person. Use Uber and Lyft to fund your business. Use Uber and Lyft to fund your dreams, to get you into doors that you may not have gotten into previously. So for me, it got me back into trading because I had gave up on it. I was just like, nah, trading isn't for me. And that was just because I was losing money. You know what I'm saying? So, but now, I still haven't made money back from it. So technically I'm still losing money, but it's the progress, Now it feels good. It feels good to win a trade, It hurts to lose a trade, but it feels good to win a trade. It feels good to know that, hey, I'm passing challenges. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a part of the journey. In other words, just to kind of wrap it up, what I'm saying is this is the time to be learning a skill. When it's slower, when it's not as busy, you want to have other skills so that you can kind of supplement your income. It's a beautiful thing to learn new things. Obviously, if you can do a trade school, this is the time to do it, So maybe become a plumber. I heard that plumbers are some of the highest paid people, skilled labor force, and not a lot of people want to do it because obviously it's a stinky job. Obviously you got like AC people, HVAC technicians, you know what I'm saying? It's down here in South Florida, as you can see, I'm sweating, so it's hot. It's hot down here. So yeah, we need AC people, obviously. You know what I'm saying? I do, so I'm more of the tech type of person, IT. So you got programming, which is the side that I went. So that's computer science, being able to build a website, do a phone app, You know what I'm saying? Programming. And then you have the other side, which is like more so being able to fix a computer, fix a phone, doing networking. You know what I'm saying? But this is the time to be learning those skills. So as you guys all know, I always have my headphones in my ear, usually. And so I'm listening to podcasts while I'm driving. I'm listening to information while I'm driving. I mean, because a lot of my rides, unfortunately, people don't really be talking to me when we talking about locals. Locals they don't pay me no never mind. So I don't really be talking as much with locals. It's tourists that want to have a conversation. It's tourists that want to talk about the car. It's tourists that want to talk about the area. So with this time, I'm just kind of driving now. So I either have a podcast going, I have YouTube videos going, I have books, I'm on Audible. You know what I'm saying? Like I got something going because I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn new skills, trying to grow. But this is what that time is for. So hopefully you get the point. Don't complain right now because it's slower. At least here in South Florida, it's slower. Don't complain because it's 1,000,001 drivers. Right now is the time that you should be using to build your skill set. Build a skill set, another skill set, fund another business, another opportunity, opening doors. You know what I'm saying? In other words, don't be stagnant, okay? That's the main point of this video. Don't be stagnant because life is so much better, man, So I'm not going to complain about it because obviously I do different types of things. So I'm going to make the money. I just hope you are too. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm going to get out of here. It's been a while since I made a video. So I was like, listen, let me just kind of do something real quick. Let me talk to y'all. But yeah, man, if you're not a part of the Telegram, the link is in the description. Other than that, man, I always want to let you know I love you. I appreciate you. Deuces.